Like twice. Give myself a drink of water and we'll get started a little early. That gives me more time to talk. And I hate to talk.
We do 2 sessions for the people
This is
outside.
vodka. Wow.
Share.
Yeah,
They
right.
take care of their people.
Yeah, right. Hello. Oh, cool. All right. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, awesome. Welcome once again to Writing Unique Heroes. Wow, there's a lot of you here. It's neat. Welcome once again to Writing Unique Heroes and Memorable Villains. I am your host for the next hour and 5 minutes or so. My name is Michael Terracciano. My buddies call me Mookie. I'm the writer and artist of the webcomic called Dominic Deegan, Oracle for Hire, which has received, which has received some acclaim for its unique heroes and memorable villains. So for the next hour, I'll be giving you guys some tips, some pointers, some advice, and just other various observations I've learned in like the 9 years I've been doing Dominic Deegan. Now, I'm not an expert. This is not a how-to. This is not me saying do this and nothing else. This is just my advice. This is just my tips. So take whatever you want and run with it, or just discard it and go, he was goofy, what a waste of time. Either way, I hope you're entertained for the next hour or so.
Yay.
So, get myself some more vodka. I wish. Anyway. Wouldn't that be awful? Or awesome? I don't know. By the end of the panel, it's just me sprawled on the table. I want to tell you guys, you're my heroes. I never say that enough. Anyway. All right, so we got a lot to cover, so let's get right to it. All right. We're going to start talking about tips on heroes. I'd like to start with that. One of the biggest pieces of advice I can give you guys to writing unique heroes is to start with what is traditionally the working class of stories, of sci-fi, fantasy, anime, whatever. Because the unlikely hero, they're not really unlikely anymore. I mean, I don't know about you, but I am not very surprised when I discover that like the last knight of some sacred order or the hidden king is some fucking farm boy. I'm not surprised anymore. If I'm driving through like Western Massachusetts or wherever, or the Midwest, I see a farm, like the king must be there. It's not surprising anymore. It isn't. I mean, Luke Skywalker's origin is not surprising, and no one here would be surprised. I mean, it is a little surprising that you can train with a sword in a barn and take down armed soldiers. That's news to me. That doesn't really work. But I mean, what is more unlikely, I think, is the blue-collar workers of science fiction, fantasy, and anime. Like the tech guy who either builds all the cool equipment or has to fix it for the gun-toting mercenary hero or whatever. Or the Oracle who has to, give cryptic or whatever information to some sword-swinging idiot. Or even my favorite, or even just guards. Oh, I love it when guards are not cannon fodder. And I think the reason is because I think we root for the working class, because it's us, for fuck's sake. We're not dashing farm boys and I train with my swords every day after shoveling shit. I do. But the guy who has to fix shit for some idiot who broke something. Like, yeah, I used this wrong. Can you fix it? God damn. We like to root for those guys, and I think, putting a spotlight on what's normally a side character role, I think is a good place to start. I'll focus on guards because I like guards. I love it when they are not cannon fodder. Yes, it's fun when you're playing video games or whatever. You just need something to kill. You kill the guards. That's what they're there for. You know? There's good examples, though, of putting a spotlight on the guards, and I think people rooting for the guards. There's a great webcomic, and I've mentioned this in the past, I'm going to mention it again. This old webcomic that does not update anymore, it's called RPG World. And RPG World, in a nutshell, was about a Final Fantasy VII type game, but all the characters were very much in the video game. Like the story, like the hero had like a big spiky blonde hair and a huge sword, and every so often the fight menu would come up when they got into a fight, like, attack, magic, item, run. Very simple stuff like that. But what? So in those type games, there's we'll let more people in. 4 people in. Fantastic. In those type of games, at like level 1, there's the guards who just run up with their pistols or what have you, and they're just and you're standing there like 1, 0, 0, miss, 0, 1, 0, 0. You can go away and make a sandwich. You can come back and they're dead. They're only, whether it's the guards or the slimes, or let's say the guards. Whatever they are there to die and to give you experience and to make sure you progress with the game. What Ian J did, he's the guy who did RPG World, what he did was, he just brought one of those guards along for the ride. Just put the spotlight on him and let him join the team. Never took his helmet off, never messed up his outfit so he stood out from the other guards. He was just, I never even gave him a name. He was like Guard 357. People loved Guard 357. I know I did. I mean, you never saw his face. Whenever he showed like a picture of himself, his thumb would be over his face, like, this is me and my family. He never took his mask off to reveal like a scarred past and a conflicted choice. No, he had the helmet on. He's like, I'm 357. I really do. And everybody who read that guy loved him. Like, fuck, yes, go, 357. Go, kill him, get the bad guys. You can do it.
He helped in the boss battle.
He helped the boss. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for reminding me of that. They never changed a thing about him. He was just a working class, regular old Joe Schmo guard. And people loved him. Another great example of guards, I believe, is from Terry Gilliam's movie Brazil. You ever see Brazil? Only a few of you. Okay, this will be cool. Again, Brazil is a complicated movie. It's really good, but anyway, that's okay. Moving on. I like Brazil. So anyway, in a nutshell, Brazil kind of takes place in a dystopian future sort of thing, and like the government is all big and looming, and there are these guards who are just the guards at first. Like they wear all black, like flak jacket, military grade stuff. They wear these gas masks. You can't see their faces. And for like the half of the movie, they're just running around being guards. Nothing special about them. And about the middle of the movie or so, our main character gets captured by the guards and thrown into like some government van. And he's taken prisoner. So it starts to wake up in the van. Now instead of the guards notice him eventually, but they don't say like, oh, rebel scum, and knock him out. They don't. Instead, behind him, you hear them saying to each other, oh, I can't see a thing in these bleeding helmets. It's so dark and I sweat so much it keeps getting into my eyes. The other guard says, well, I figured something out, you see. And in this wonderful metaphorical moment, the guards just sit down and they take their masks off. And again, they don't have helmet hair, defying hair, that's all beautiful and shit. And they're not scarred monsters or cyborgs. They're just a couple of regular old people. Except one of them, and they're all sweaty, and one of them has really bushy eyebrows. He says, well, what I managed to do, see, I grow my eyebrows real thick, and what it does is it channels the sweat away from me eyes. And they say, oh, look, Mike, it's waking up. And the guard says, oh, sorry, mate, it's just a job. Knocks him out. That's it, just a job. Very, very simple. So putting the spotlight on the side of like what is normally the working class, I think is a good place to start.